Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
It looks like he's on the felony as well here.
I know, but so let me see.
Gotta go to the door.
In an effort to be efficient, so you don't have to wait. All of it through arraignment. That's why I want to, at the risk of offending.
No one else. No one else can.
It's probably why I'm not good.
And mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. All right. Adonai Andrus,
Yes, sir.
how's jail?
Not good.
You were lucky to even be out.
Yes,
You're
sir.
on probation for a credit card abuse. You're on probation for felony in possession of a weapon. Then you pick up in March an attempted burglary of a motor vehicle with us and you get out on bond. And now you've picked up yet another
It
felony.
was a gun case. It
Stop.
was
You ain't got to say anything, man. All I'm saying is that you were even lucky to be out. I find that now you are a extreme public dangers. I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to set it high, dude. It's just absolutely no way. That's it. So I'll remand him guys to you, but I'm going to revoke his bond. No more. That's it. If you do get out, you will, because now you're being held at no bond, but if you do get out, it'll be home confinement. As far as I'm concerned, I'm raising your bond to high. Good luck, Mr. Andrews.
Did you want to go ahead and sign the conditions for home confinement?
Sure.
Come on,
Yeah.
this way, Mr. Andrews.
That's what I can't get.
Thanks, Will. What happened on the new case? Do you mind telling me on this new felony possession? Kevin, please.
Sure. I just.
Yeah, let me see if I can look it up.
I can start. So on this new, Georgia felony case, right?
Yeah, the newest, but yeah, gun case.
Like also observed the vehicle with the detective. Stop was conducted. The defendant was the passenger and was arrested on the warrant. Also observed odor of marijuana emitting from the vehicle. They searched the vehicle and found a handgun underneath the seat of the defendant.
Got it. Okay. All right. Using that to see how high I should make it. So, okay.
That's hard to find out. There's just the only. So,
Yes.
Happy holiday weekend.
Thanks. See you Tuesday.
We're gonna need your services. Page 6, Encino Miguel, come on up. Oh, right up to the bench.
What was the last name?
Take your hands out your pocket.
Casino, K-A-N, oh, I'm sorry,
Take your hands out your pocket.
Saque las manos del bolsillo. ¿Qué tal? Soy Luis, el intérprete, mucho gusto. Solo mira el juez, no me mira a mí, le contesta en español.
You didn't have the last name?
Cancino Leiva.
Ah, okay.
Cancino, C-A-N, right?
¿Tu apellido es Cancino?
No, I thought.
Ah, perdón. Yo voy escucharlos a ellos. Usted solo mira el juez y le hablan en español nada más. Hola, Meli, ¿cómo estás? Señoritas.
Okay. Mr. Cancino. Sir, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor, on May 6, 2024, officers responded to a theft at the Macy's in Harris County, Texas. Officer observed the defendant on closed circuit television footage going to the sunglasses section, taking a pair of sunglasses. The defendant passed all points of sales, making no attempt to pay for the sunglasses. Sunglasses the defendant stole were Prada sunglasses valued at $489.
Is this in the Houston Galleria?
Sure, it looks like it was on Humboldt, 59 Humboldt.
Dearbrook.
Highway 59.
Dearbrook Mall?
Yeah.
Mr. Cancino, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
¿Americano? Míralo, es señor. No.
Are you in this country with or without
¿Con
permission?
permiso o sin permiso?
Con permiso.
With permission.
I don't know if you are or not, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter.
Pero francamente
If
no.
you have a problem with any kind of your immigration paperwork and you go to jail and immigration finds you there, they will put a detainer on you. You will remain in custody until immigration is done with you, which could be 9 months to a year. I would be very careful. I'm putting conditions on your bond now. If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to either this store or to Dearbrook Mall at all.
Dearbrook, para nada. ¿Entendió? Sí, señor o no, señor.
Sí.
Tiene que hablar.
If I find that you go back to this mall or go back to this sunglass hut, I'll revoke your bond and put you in jail. And that's it.
You?
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. First, I'll have you go to Victoria to sign a reset. After that, I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign the conditions. After that, you'll be free to go.
Okay.
Just to stay away from Macy's and the mall itself, Your Honor.
It was Macy's or, oh, okay. I thought it was sunglasses. Yeah, Macy's and then Dearbrook. Yeah.
State's conditions.
State's conditions, yeah.
Ready for the next one, Judge?
Yeah.
Page 16, Perez, Ronaldo.
Muy bien. Aquí, por favor. Solo mira el juez y le contesta en español. Me llamo Luis, con mucho gusto.
Ronaldo Perez.
Yes, sir.
Solo
So
español.
you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
$2,000.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews in the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
On April 27, 2024, officers were dispatched to Sam's Club located at 11101 Fuqua Street, Harris County, Texas, for a male using someone else's information to purchase electronics on Sam's Club scan with no application. Sam's Club manager stated that he received a call from Marvin McDonald, a Virginia resident, about an unauthorized purchase. Manager stated that the male came to pick up the PlayStation 5 using the scan and go feature on the Sam Club app by showing a receipt on his phone for the purchase.
Kevin, didn't we have something like this exactly similar, not 2 weeks ago? Going in there to get another PlayStation.
Exactly, came back, exactly. Is this,
It's not the same person, is it? Do you remember that?
I do, because I'm actually on the screen this case.
Okay, just,
Yeah.
I guess it's different, same
So
thing.
the same male returned, attempted to get an Apple iPad using the same method.
Apple iPad.
The manager called police and pointed the defendant out while he was still in store. It sounds
It's the exact same.
Just make
I
sure.
mean, because the other one was they went for an iPhone and then they went back to get an iPad and they busted them on the iPad. It was the exact same.
Actually, this one was a PlayStation.
Esto
They
fue para
came
una
back for an
PlayStation, después
iPad.
regresó para un
I think
iPad.
that's a major scam now that they use
Esto es una
because they.
una
give
estafa,
somebody's
una gran
information,
estafa
they
que
use
están
the
usando
app.
ahora, que
So,
obtienen
I
información
think it's just a
ilícitamente.
similar scam.
Es una estafa similar.
This looked like
La
this was the
pasada, pero
first,
no, qué feo.
but.
So then they arrested him at the store when he's trying to get the iPad.
Se llamó la
While he was
policía.
still there waiting for the iPad to come out and pointed him out. So while he thought the manager was going to get the iPad, he called the police. When the
Que
police
el
arrived, he
iba a
pointed
sacar la
out that
tableta, cuando llegó la
the
policía lo
individual
señaló que él
used
era
a
el
stolen
individuo
credit card.
usando una tarjeta de crédito
And
robada.
the complainant out of
El
Virginia
querellante
said it
de
was not
Virginia dijo
authorized
que
and he
no
didn't
era
have
una
permission to use the
compra
card.
autorizada y no tenía permiso para usar su tarjeta de crédito.
Mr. Perez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Are you a citizen of the United States?
No,
Are you in this country with or without permission?
under parole.
That can be revoked.
Eso puede ser revocado
Pick up criminal
cuando
cases.
tiene casos criminales.
The more criminal cases you pick up, the higher likelihood you have of that happening.
Que eso va
If there's
a ocurrir.
any kind of problem with your paperwork and you go to jail, immigration sweeps it on a daily basis. If they find you, they will put a detainer on you, and then you'll be removed from this country.
Ser expulsado del país.
I'm putting conditions on your bond now, Mr. President. If I find that you violate these conditions, you pick up a new case, I'm gonna put you in jail and I'm gonna make your bond extremely high. I'm gonna do everything in my power to protect Harris County. If that means putting you away, I'll do it in a heartbeat. You understand?
Por el momento, ¿usted entiende? Sí. Yes.
You're ordered not to go back to Sam's Club, any Sam's Club whatsoever for any reason.
Sí, señor o no, señor.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I would be remiss that, in my opinion, this is probably a felony credit card abuse case, and I don't know why you're not charged with that as it stands now.
Here's your.
Because you, oh, he is charged.
Ahora, sí hay un delito mayor de por medio.
I didn't see it. Let me see.
No lo vi.
Discharge.
Oh, it's district.
I think it didn't meet the elements of
Yo
that.
creo que no llegó a uno de los elementos de eso.
About a credit card abuse.
El abuso de
I don't know, but that's not up to me. I'm just saying, it's very possible that if the right person looks at this, you get charged with a felony. So I would be very careful, Mr. Perez. You're just digging yourself a deeper grave.
Nomás está
We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer.
para que contrates.
I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I will have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions,
Las condiciones de fianza, por favor.
please.
Pasa a la izquierda.
So can you file no going to Sam's Club and no contact with the complaining witness, like, please? Any Sam's Club.
Go ahead and have a seat. All right, Judge, page 2. Alvarado Reyes, come on up.
Is that? He's Spanish speaker. Oh, I had another one.
Good job.
That's how you didn't go very far.
Buenos días, ¿qué tal? En el centro, por favor.
Are you
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Alvarenga?
Alexis Alvarenga.
Alexis.
ALVA.
Albert.
Solo miren,
Ya.
si le contestan nada más en español.
Alvarenga Reyes,
Alvarenga Reyes, yes, sir.
you were charged with reckless driving. You were facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Se lo han nombrado para representar.
On May 9th, 2024, officers were alerted of a parking lot takeover to occur at 400 block of Parker Road in Harris County, Texas. The officers observed the defendant, Alexis Alvarenga Reyes, perform donuts in the middle of a crowd of people and vehicles, operating a 2004 Mercury Mountaineer SUV. Defendant did about 4 to 5 donuts within the crowd of about 80 vehicles and getting within 20 to 25 feet of striking vehicles, creating skid marks and a large cloud of smoke. Traffic stop was conducted. Defendant admitted he did donuts in the parking lot, but did not know that it was illegal.
Mr. Alvarenga, do you have a Texas driver license?
No, sir.
You are not allowed to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yo, señor.
This is a court order.
Eso es una orden.
If you want to drive, you must get a driver's license and liability insurance in your name and court approval. If I find that you drive, you'll be doing this a lot of time in jail. Do you understand?
Entendió, señor.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
How old are you, sir?
¿Qué edad tiene usted, señor?
Sí, señor.
19.
What do you do for a living?
¿A qué se dedica?
Trabajo en la electricidad.
I work in the electrical field.
Do you live by yourself? Do you live with your parents? Who do you live
Padres, ¿con
with?
quién vive?
Con mi familia.
With my family.
We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a
Tengo
lawyer.
para que contrate.
I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. Or do you have a lawyer now?
¿Tiene abogado ahora o no?
No.
No, sir.
We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'm going to have you take your seat in the jury box. You will also be signing this affidavit. Do not drive.
No, señor.
Yes, sir.
You will not get any more PR bonds. I don't know if you're here in this country with or without permission, but if you're not here with permission and you go to jail, immigration will put a detainer on you. You will remain in custody until immigration is done with you, which is usually like a year. So I will be very careful how you conduct yourself this next couple of months.
Yes, sir. Still can't get rid of me.
On that one, do you mind filing the no donuts, reckless driving, and racing, and please?
All right, go to page 2. Arellano, Christopher, come on up.
Did you say Ariano?
Yes.
Okay, Christopher Ariano.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
On May 9th, 2024, a traffic stop of a truck tractor trailer, semi trailers, to conduct a level 2 commercial motor vehicle inspection on a public roadway in Harris County. The traffic stop roadways on I-10 frontage near New Hope Lane. During the inspection, officers could smell a strong odor of raw marijuana that emitted from the driver, the defendant. When asked the defendant multiple times if he had any marijuana on him or if he ate it, he said no. as conducting, a part of the conducting of the inspection, officer asked the defendant to come to the passenger side door and open it. As he got to the door, he leaned against it and made movement with his hands around his waist as if he was trying to discard something. After the movement stopped, defendant then opened the door and began speaking with officer. Officer noticed at one point, the defendant looked around as if he was looking for something. Officers were searching the truck. Trooper Laura advised that the marijuana was located in a white piece of paper. The officer noticed that the white balled up piece of paper near the sidewalk to the right side of the officer's patrol car. Officer asked the trooper to look for any marijuana pieces under or near the patrol car. Paper was in a great condition and appeared not to have been weathered or degraded in any way. Inside the white balled up paper was marijuana, was picked up under arrest for possession of the marijuana, 2 ounces.
Was he driving an 18-wheeler?
It looks like it was a tractor trailer, semi-trailer, level 2. Let me look at the,
Yes, Your Honor.
it's a semi-trailer.
I don't need your help, but I have a real problem if someone's consuming marijuana behind an 18-wheeler. I'm now going to take your privilege to drive away from you, sir. Do you have a Texas driver license? Do you have a CDL? I can't, I'm sorry. I mean, that's thousands upon thousands of pounds of steel and 18-wheeler. And you said there was freshly burnt marijuana coming out of the vehicle?
No, it said raw marijuana. No, it isn't burnt.
So is the allegation that he had consumed marijuana, or is there any at the time, or was he they just smelled it?
I believe they smelled the aroma of the raw marijuana that was balled up in paper.
Mr. Ariano, I would be extremely careful. If I find that you're consuming and then you get behind the wheel, I'm telling you, I'm gonna lose it. I mean, with that kind of machinery behind your hands, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you for weed in 30 days. If you smoke now at all, it's gonna show up and I will put you in jail. You understand? No more smoking dope, no more consuming alcohol. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna randomly test you. If I find that you're using, no more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Sure.
We're gonna reset your case to give you time to hire lawyers. So first, I'm gonna have you go to Victoria. Do you mind running his license,
That's what I'm
please?
doing right now, Your Honor.
Thanks. I'm gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'm just gonna have you take a seat in their box while I get you to Tracy, who will give you your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. We're gonna have you need to hire a lawyer to represent you in this. So when you come back, please have a lawyer. Please.
There's no driver's license listed on here, so.
And we don't have an office report, so I don't have any other way of seeing it, CPS. I don't list one at all.
Arlano, go ahead and send it.
Okay. I'll get with them in a bit then. No, just in the box, and we'll do it in a bit.
Did you say testing in 30 days?
Yeah. Yeah, so the same thing. So reset 30 days must appear. Yeah, you don't need to worry about that because he'll be monitored, so it'll be with Tracy. Yeah. Did you file conditions on the other cases though?
I put them in my notes to do it, Judge.
Okay.
All right, Judge, we have another Spanish speaker, page 13, Limonta Roger. Come on up.
Hey, Alan, I need to talk to you before you leave, okay? Thanks. Limonta, L-I-M.
Le dice la intérprete, hágase aquí en el centro. Solamente mira al juez y le contesta en español.
Roger Limonta.
Limonta, ¿es usted?
Mr. Limonta, you're charged with tampering with a government record. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
On May 6,
6 de
2024,
mayo 2024.
traffic stop in Harris
Claro,
County,
tránsito en el condado de
Texas,
Harris, Texas,
was conducted for displaying a
realizó por
fictitious
eh,
temporary
mostrar
Texas
una
tag.
placa
Defendant
falsa
stated he knowingly
de
purchased
Texas.
the
El acusado dijo que a
fictitious
sabiendas
tag
compró
on
la
Facebook
placa
Marketplace for
falsa
$45
en Facebook
and that the
Marketplace
person
por
sent a
45
PDF through
que esa
Facebook
persona le mandó un
Messenger for him
PDF
to print out.
por mensajería de Facebook para que él la imprimiera.
Sir Monta, I'm going to
Señor
find
Limonta, voy a
there's
fallar que hay causa
cause to go
razonable
forward
para
with your
continuar.
case.
What?
I'm going to find that there's enough probable cause to go forward with your case. I don't know what your immigration status is. If you're in this country without permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you. You will remain in custody until immigration is done with you, which is usually 6 to 9 to maybe a year in length. It takes a very long time just to get a hearing. I am putting conditions on your bond now. If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. And if you're unlucky enough, you're going to be there for an extremely long time. You understand?
Yes, señor. Yes.
You do not have a Texas driver license, do you?
Conducir de Texas, ¿no? Yes.
You have a Texas
¿Usted
driver
tiene licencia de
license?
conducir de Texas? Yes.
Great. Do you have liability insurance in your name?
¿A nombre suyo? Sí. Yes.
Okay. As long as you have both of those things, you may continue to drive.
Manejando.
Do not pick up any new cases. I will put you in jail if you do.
Si lo has entendido. Okay.
We were going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm not going to put any conditions on him at this point. So don't get in trouble.
No se metan más
We will
problemas.
reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. And when you come back, please have a lawyer.
Silva, por favor, traiga su obra. Pase a la izquierda.
That was a pleasant surprise, you know? That was nice. I'm glad that he had a license.
All right, Judge A6, Cardona Joseph, come on up.
Joseph is the last.
Cardona is less. Cardona. Yeah. All right, Mr. Cardona, you're charged with discharging a firearm in the metropolitan area. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present on any questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
On 5/7/24, officers were dispatched to 2300 Summer Street in Houston, Harris County, Texas, for a suspicious person with a weapon. Reports of firearm discharge and 3 people arguing. Upon arrival, officers observed, detained, and questioned several people on the scene. Witness Teresa Elaine Sandoval stated that the defendant, Joseph Cardona, shot a gun. Officers observed the firearm in the cup holder in plain view of the defendant's vehicle. Officers recovered the firearm. Officers also recovered 1 fire casing near the defendant's vehicle. The witness stated that the defendant and complainant Matthew Wembley left the bar together and drove to her apartment complex. The witness stated that she was going to drive the defendant home because he had been drinking, but that she and the defendant got into an argument, and the defendant pulled out a gun and shot it towards C.W. Wembley and then shot again towards the ground. Witness Sandoval further stated that the defendant called the C.W. a bitch and stated to the C.W., "You're trying to steal my girl." The witness Sandoval stated that she is not dating in a dating relationship with either the defendant or the C.W. and was in fear of her life. C.W. declined to press charges. Criminal
Sure
history.
sounds like an aggravated assault to me. And you have 1 prior ag assault too. Mr. Cardona, let me tell you something. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the people of Harris County. If that means putting you in jail and you're bonded $150,000 because you're a danger, I'm going to do it in a second. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol illegal drugs or unprescribed controlled medication and not to be in possession of any weapons. If I find that you're using alcohol or any kind, you have any weapons, I will lock you up in a heartbeat.
Yes, sir.
Will not get you more PR bonds, sir.
Yes, sir.
And as it stands, you're extremely lucky that you're not charged with aggravated assault. That's not to say that they do upgrade it at some point.
Yes, sir.
Who was the person that he shot at?
Apparently a friend.
Okay, I'm barring you from having contact with this person as well. I don't want you to have any contact with this person.
Yes, sir.
Matthew went as well as the friend, but that was the girlfriend, so
Well,
it's two.
my concern is the one that he shot at. That's, what was the name of that
Well,
person?
he shot twice. He shot at his arm and he shot towards, according to,
There was only one.
according to.
Stop.
Yes, sir.
Don't need your help.
So the one who called the witness, Sandoval, who initially was gonna drive from home, but they got into an argument as if she was going behind, like they were cheating or whatever. But so she was in fear for her life.
Let's do that one as well.
Sandoval.
Okay, so guys, so no alcohol, no drugs, random testing. You know what? I'm sending you for a drug test right now. I want to know what's in your system right now. Let's send them right now. Mr. Cardona, what do you do for a living?
I'm a bartender, sir. I did consume a little alcohol last night.
I don't care what you did last night. I care what you do hereforth. You consume alcohol, you consume any kind of dope, you're mine.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
How much money do you make a month?
I would say roughly $4,000, 4,500, 5,000 sometimes, depending.
We're gonna reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I'm first gonna have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset, but first though, I'm gonna send you for a drug and alcohol test. I wanna know what's in your system now to see if anything more than just alcohol. And we'll go from there. You must come back to court. If you don't come back to court, I will issue a warrant for your arrest and I'm gonna make your bond so
Is
high.
this for today, Your Honor?
I'm sending you for a drug test right now.
So I have to be back by what time exactly?
So we're gonna send you now, and then I'm gonna have you come back.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay? All right. Come on.
You gonna monitor, you know? You gonna monitor through.
Yeah, you don't need to do bond condition. We'll do it, but they're gonna need the names of the complainant. He hasn't filed any conditions. Hey, Victoria, let's wait so he can file some of the bond conditions so we can get people out.
I do too. Your word. The nieces and the spouse, the Samson. Yes, the sisters, but how those.
So I'm gonna pause for you to file conditions on the first couple, yeah. So like,
The council's gonna approach on page 4, Austin. The one I asked you about yesterday, California.
oh, hey, come on up. Yes. Have you filed an attorney of record already?
I have, Your Honor.
Great. Let's see, it's Ariel, right? That's, okay. Tell me.
This occurred last Saturday, and of course it was set for today. She came out here for her sister's graduation. Schedules go back Monday, it was like at 1 p.m. She did that, and then she reached out to me, and I let her know, hey, we should have approached prior to leaving. It would have been much better. She had her.
She sent us an email,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
so
she did let me know that. So, you know, my whole thing is, I didn't want her bond to be revoked, Your Honor, and if.
we need her here at some point, so
So I
that she
do
can,
understand that. And
so-
if, you know, if we could set it out at a reasonable time to give her some time to go ahead and get here.
I'll give, any day next week you can have. You know, if you want to do it to next Friday, I'm okay with that. But if she's not here by the end of next Friday, then I'm gonna revoke the bond,
Okay,
you know?
understood.
And then, yeah, just whatever day you want, and then we'll set SFBF. And then, yeah, just hopefully she can make it here by then.
Well, yeah, I will get on.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Council.
So Austin lives in California has been emailing that she can't make it up here. So as a courtesy, we'll give her up the next week.
Thanks, Your Honor. Yes.
So the first we need on Alvarenga, we need those bond conditions. Did you do that?
That's with the Macy's.
No, that's the reckless driving.
Okay.
That's the one, no donuts, reckless driving, racing, street takeovers.
I mean, you can leave it too.
Ellen, on your person from yesterday, John's,
Yes.
we need to do a PR bond because the sheriff's office is not going to release him unless we have to give him a PR bond. So I need to grant you a PR bond. And do we need to do new release instructions?
I don't know, because on the release instruction, it's to pick them up at 2. But if they have the PR bond and everything, I think they should be able to release before 2.
No, they put it in the release instructions yesterday. I don't know as far
You
as.
put 2, the next business day by 2 p.m. I mean, it's 9:24 right now.
Well, we can try. It's just, the thing is we need to notify the people who are going to go pick them up that they need to get them by 2. Do you have their phone number to call them, to let them know?
The jail reentry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not jail reentry, but the people at the hair center. He's going to the hair center, right?
He's going to the jail reentry program, which is, I believe.
Okay, so that's the people who are going to pick them up.
Yes.
Okay, so you have their, because they need to know. Okay.
I have the number if you want it.
Do you need it?
Go ahead, because I'm pretty sure. Please.
It's 713-3333.
713-97. Okay, I'll call.
And then if you just will let Tracy know that we have to give him a PR bond.
And also, Your Honor, can I go ahead and approach,
Yeah. What else you got?
for as PC for Johnson and Ferdinand Skindria.
Page 26, bond violator.
Oh,
What's the last name?
Schnedria. Do you have her? Do you mind bringing her out, please?
Can we just hear PC on that one?
Yeah, let's bring her out.
How you spell the last name?
Johnson.
Oh, Johnson.
Johnson. Schnedria Johnson.
I was the Snedria. I got it.
Do you want to hear PC on the evading?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. It's old. It's what, like a month old or so?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh, you want me to read it out loud?
I'm trying to see how you get to the evading. I
Okay,
don't.
well, let's see. I don't know anything about it because
It's already, PC was already found, right?
Oh,
I don't mind hearing it again.
Oh, I
I
know what you're
mean,
talking about. I just
yeah,
read it.
it's-
I think that's. Wait.
feel like it should
regardless,
be.
she picked up a new theft case, so she's stuck.
Yeah, regardless, but if we could have this one go away, it would help.
Here,
We'll see.
Kevin, what do you think? Is your PC?
She was scared. Stopped her for a welfare check. She was naked
What do you think?
and she ran.
Shaky? Shake it, Beth.
I think you're gonna see if you just will feel bad, so we'll see. I don't know.
Well,
Technically.
It looks like she looks like she's the victim.
Well, it's detained, so.
Let's see, I know. Who found
but it
PC?
went for, it was for welfare check and not a crime.
I think that you can't be in a restaurant like not wearing most of your clothing.
But
They
that's
didn't
not,
You go to the club.
that's not the charge. This is true.
She said welfare check. She wasn't detained. She said she was scared and she
Is
ran.
there does she have mental health issues?
If I have her, she probably do. But still, I don't.
Yeah, there's an orange sheet, a quite extensive orange sheet.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot. It's, I think we already know. Good morning, Ms. Johnson. Ma'am, you were on bond in our evading arrest case, and it looks like you've picked up a new theft case. And so what happened now, the reason you're in jail is because the felony court set your bond at $5,000, and I guess that you've been unable to make it. You're still on bond in our case. However, we're going to do probable cause real quick because Mr. Williams here is telling me that he doesn't think it exists. So let's take a gander and let's see, please.
On April 12th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a police stop. Officers viewed a Black female who had only a bra and panties on in the back of a wing stop with a group of Black males. Officers stopped and conducted a welfare check. Defendant said she was scared and fled on foot for 500 yards. Officer told defendant to stop. Defendant ran behind the 99-cent store towards the front. Defendant was stopped by another deputy.
She wasn't doing anything. She just kind of up and no. I'm with you. Yeah, I'll find no probable cause.
Thank you, Your Honor.
For future reference, you got to put clothes on when you're going to Wingstop.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Johnson, come on now.
Yes, sir.
So I'll find no probable cause in your case, meaning our case is over. However, you still have the theft case upstairs, okay? So good luck, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Come on, this one.
I like the outfit, yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Cardona.
Your Honor, I'm a little bit calm now.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll grant the PR bond and then hopefully they can pick them up today. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yasha. Hey, bud. Hey, you give an arraignment?
Alexis Cologne, arraignment.
Alexis. I don't know. Yasha, what was his last name?
Cologne, C-O-L.
All right. You speak English, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Colon, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the weapon case, you're facing up to a year in jail. And on the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. Please don't say anything. Okay.
On May 19, 2024 in Harris County, Texas, defendant's vehicle was stopped in a moving lane of traffic for multiple cycles of a traffic light. With the foot on the brake, transmission and drive, with the keys in the ignition and engine running. Officers observed a mild odor of alcoholic beverage from his breath, slurred speech, swaying, staggering, and stumbling. The defendant stated that he was the sole occupant of the vehicle and admitted to driving. The defendant stated he was driving from a club named Wildcatter. The defendant had a firearm in his possession. SFSTs, 4 out of 6 clues for the HGN, 6 out of 8 walk and turn, 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. An inventory of the vehicle was conducted. 1 open, cold to the touch glass bottle of Bud Light was in our center console cup holder and estimated to be a quarter full in plain view. A second Bud Light aluminum can, cold to the touch, and an estimated to be a quarter full in the back seat of the passenger side seat also in plain view. DIC red, rejected specimen, blood warrant was issued.
I would hope that you would know that it's damn elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you're driving, Mr. Colon. Are you a United States citizen, sir? It's a minimum of 5 days in jail when you have alcohol in the car. So almost a week in jail, just having alcohol in the car. Sir, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You have a Texas driver license. I'm now taking your privilege to drive away from you. You are not allowed to drive for the foreseeable future. If I find that you drive, I'm going to have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. I can't trust you with alcohol in the car. So now you'll be signing this affidavit promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care if Mother Teresa has to go to church. You get into a car and drive, you'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get in a car and drive. Do you understand?
Understand.
his license is eligible.
Miguel Encino,
Thank you. For now, you have a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with Yasha. If he tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. No alcohol, no drugs. I'm gonna randomly test you. No driving. Do you understand? I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. After that, I'll get you to Victoria. We're gonna have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Tracy for your bond conditions, and then you may leave. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't violate these conditions, because I'm telling you, I will do everything in my power to protect public safety. If it means putting you in jail and making your bond extremely high, I'll do it in a heartbeat. All right. Thank you, Josh.
Arraignment. License is eligible. CDL.
Got it, right, okay. I didn't take his, if he had been smoking, I would have taken the privilege to drive away. But right, that's why I didn't.
oh, this one, this color.
I'm gonna print it out.
Yes,
Page 10, Escobar, come on up.
Come on, Lisa.
good morning, sir. Are you Sebastian Escobar? Mr. Escobar, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present or any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. You cannot afford a lawyer. A lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
No, 1 second. I hit the wrong button.
That's okay.
Sorry. That's figures. Escobar?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Your Honor, on May 16, 2024, officers were dispatched to residents in Harris County, Texas. The complainant and the defendant are siblings. Defendant and the complainant verbally argued and complainant left her room. Defendant kicked the complainant's door, causing it to strike the complainant, who was behind the door of her room. The impact resulted in the door hitting the complainant's nose, which caused her injury and pain. The complainant confronted the defendant about his actions. In response, the defendant used his hands to push the complainant to the ground, which caused the complainant pain. Believes the injuries of the complainant sustained would be indicative of pain. The complainant identifies the defendant on the scene.
Do we know if there's any alcohol or drug use? Mr. Escobar, I'm sending you for a drug test right now.
Sir.
You just had a meth case not a year ago. I want to know if there's anything in your system right now. Tracy, do you mind sending Mr. Escobar for a drug test, please? What do you do for a living, sir? You do your music. What does that mean?
Speak up a little bit.
I don't do much.
How do you eat? How do you get money?
Well, sometimes I work, but like side jobs. I don't got like a stable job. Only when they need me.
Did you graduate from high school?
Sir.
There's your first mistake. I had a feeling. You're done. I'm gonna force you to get your high school diploma now.
Sure.
You can't run through life without, at the very minimum, a high school diploma, man. You'll never have a good job for the rest of your life, man.
Sure.
I'm telling you, without money, your life is gonna suck.
Sure.
This life is either a great, grand journey where you can buy nice stuff, where you can go nice places, or it's a rotten toilet of an existence. And I'm telling you, without, at the minimum, a high school diploma, you're gonna go nowhere in life. You'll never make a dime.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm now making that a condition of your bond as well.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you a lawyer today. I'm gonna reset your case for 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
And I want to see what you've done in 2 weeks to either register for a GED program or get back into school.
Sir,
But if you don't, you're going to stay with me, if you get my drift.
sir.
So for now, let's send him for a drug test and then he's got to come back.
There's, mentioned the,
Right this way,
Yeah, but
right this way,
Sir.
Escobar, right this way.
hey, and do you mind reaching out to the Mac, Victoria, please? No, don't worry about it.
Next judge is page 11, Gonzalez Humberto.
Let's have a few.
Oh, and I'll find PC. So I'd like to know, before we do conditions on him, I want to get him a lawyer so we can find out what the family dynamic is. You know, because he ain't got no job, he ain't got no prospects. So if we say no contact with sister, where's it gonna put him, you know? So let's get a lawyer and then we'll figure it out. Okay. Humberto Gonzalez. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. So that means that you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Your Honor, on May 17, 2024, officers were dispatched to an accident in Harris County, Texas, in which the defendant hit the concrete wall of the roadway and spun out of control. Defendant admitted to driving. Defendant observed to have red and glossy eyes, an unsteady balance, and an odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from his breath and person. SFSTs, 6 out of 6 clues on the horizontal gaze nystagmus. He was unable to perform the walk and turn test and one-leg stand test due to a previous injury on his foot, which he stated. Occupied approximately 1 month and a half prior, approximately 1.5 months prior, he had an injury. DIC was red. He consented to the breath. He blew a 1.153 and then a 0.153.
Can you look to see if you guys need prior DWIs, please? Mr. Gonzalez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of dope, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Yes, sir.
You may drive as long as you have both. Can you run his license, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
How old are you, sir?
31.
Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. We'll first have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll eventually get with Tracy for your bond conditions, and after that, you may go. If you value your license, I would get on it with a lawyer quick. Don't sit and wait months because you're only hurting yourself. Do you understand? Please.
He's older, Your Honor. Let me see. That look like this is the first, true first.
It is. Okay. Wonderful.
All right, Judge, page 12, Karkowski, Sarah.
Schneider?
Is the one in front of you?
Yeah.
Did you do
Let me see. I probably didn't. Let me do it then. No, he's doing. Did you do conditions on, who's the one, Spanish? No, the,
Macy's or Sam's?
Sam's. You did him? Okay. Miss Karkowski, right? Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, ma'am. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, ma'am.
On March 22nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to the Walmart Supercenter in in Harris County, Texas. Officers met with the loss prevention, who detained one male suspect and one female suspect, the defendant, who left the store with a variety of items concealed in the defendant's purse, passing all points of sale, entering a vehicle. Officers made contact with the defendant, who admitted to taking the items, which totaled about $140.84.
Where was it again?
This was March 22nd, 2024 at Walmart.
Walmart.
The exact location.
No, I don't need the location. It was Walmart. My second question is, was there a co-defendant in this case? Did they arrest the other person?
Because they were found in her person.
Ms. Karkowski, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm going to tell you now, if you ever take off on me again and don't show up to court when you're supposed to, you will never get another PR bond, and I'm going to make your bond so high you'll be stuck like Chuck. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
Don't miss court again. 3 strikes, you're out.
Sorry, I was having car trouble. I apologize. My car had broken down and
I don't care about excuses. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go to any Walmart for any reason, anywhere. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If I catch you going to Walmart, I will revoke your bond. I'll put you in jail likewise. Tell me, what do you do for a living?
I stay home with my kids on a domestic violence voucher.
I'm sorry, say it
Stay
again.
with my kids and I don't work. I have a domestic violence voucher.
Are you married? Do you get support for your children?
My ex-husband is like mentally ill. He doesn't even know what planet he lives on a lot of the times.
Okay. I'll appoint your lawyer today, ma'am. Okay. I do need an application. So I'll have you fill out the application first. Then I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. You were lucky that the other person that you were with wasn't arrested and charged with the same offense you were. Be careful. If I see that you pick up a new case, I will put you in jail. And you said you have kids now. How many kids do you have?
I have 6 kids.
6 kids. What's going to happen to those 6 kids if you go to jail?
They will go to
It's a rhetorical question, Ms. Karkowski. It doesn't require your answer. I want you to think next time you're out there in the free world before making some kind of boneheaded move, what's going to happen to those kids if you're gone to jail for 6 months? Consider that next time. Please.
Right this way. Page 14, Meredith Austin, come on up.
Good morning, sir. What is your name? Mr. Meredith, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're also charged with a gun case. On that one, you're also facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present and any questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer.
I have a lawyer, it's Joseph Flemings. He's supposedly in another courtroom. I have paperwork and a signed agreement with him.
I see that you do have him representing you. I don't know where he is. I'm going to do everything now that I would do to anyone that's in front of me now. Don't worry. If there's any kind of issues, he can always come up. So I just don't know when he's going to get here, and we need to get the ball rolling, so you're not here until 2.
He's in another courtroom in this building.
Yeah. Okay, please.
Yes, Your Honor, on May 18, 2024, officers were dispatched to a major accident, 2 vehicles. The defendant was standing on the shoulder with no shoes on. The wheel witness was involved in the accident with the defendant. The defendant observed to be unbalanced, had bloodshot glossy eyes, and an odor of alcoholic beverage coming from his breath. The defendant was asked if he had consumed any alcoholic beverage prior to getting behind the wheel. After hesitation, he did say he had 2 vodka drinks and also stated that he had a gun in the console of the vehicle. SFSTs were declined, DIC read. He consented to a breath, blew .178, then .190.
Mr. Meredith, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. Can you look to see if he has any prior?
License is eligible, Your Honor.
No prior DWIs? The only thing I'm asking you to do are two things. Don't consume alcohol or drugs. And number two, don't pick up any new cases. As long as you can abide by these conditions, you'll be fine, Mr. Meredith. You understand? Now, if your license does become suspended, you may not drive. Mr. Fleming will tell you all about that. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but stay in touch with Mr. Fleming. Listen.
Yes, sir. I'm almost done.
Relax. You're fine.
Okay, sorry.
Just
It's
on
never been through this before.
Ms. Meredith, relax. Nothing to be worried about. Just as long as you can abide by these conditions, you'll be fine. All we want to do is make sure that Harris County is protected. That's all we want. And as long as you can abide by these, then we'll be fine. All right.
There's no indication that it's had any priors, Your Honor.
Wonderful. So for now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Tracy for your bond conditions. And after that, we'll just have you wait for Mr. Fleming to come back. Okay? Please.
Right this way. Go ahead and sign, please. All right, Judge, page 17, Peachtree, come on up.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm giving him a lawyer, so we need him to talk to the lawyer.
Page 20,
Okay.
Ellen Moran.
Wait, did you not say Petrie?
She wants to go pay for
Her parking.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Page 20, Sal Moran, Cecilia. Oh, she's in the hallway. There's a co-defendant. Can I get that case number?
Redmond? Is that it? Did we get it?
I don't know what the case is.
Yeah, this is, I have a deal with it.
Have what?
Is this the driver? Driver while intoxicated?
Yes. I know, I was surprised by that too.
He has a felony, it's a felony.
Yeah, that's the felony.
Felony PCS. Thanks. We need to know if it was gonna go to another court or not, that's why.
Okay, page 21.
What happened? She gone?
She left.
Okay, no
Probably
problem.
go in the hall because she was.
Page 21, just give it the bottom of the corner.
Yuri Ostegi. Come on up. Did I say it correctly?
Sir, you were going
Mr. Yuri Ostegi, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Your Honor, on May 18, 2024 in Harris County, Texas, officers responded to a burglary call and observed multiple broken windows at the Easy Pond business. Officer observed defendant matching the suspect description and wielding a baseball bat. Officer commanded defendant to stop, but the defendant evaded on foot for 330 feet before officers tackled him. Complainant stated that 4 windows of his business were broken, totaling $4,000 in damage.
Oh.
Defendant stated, "You gotta do what you gotta do. I gotta feed my family. The lights are out. You feel me? What do you do?" He also states, "I didn't break into the building. I attempted." Criminal history, arson out of 185th, community supervision expired, that was in 2015. There's a robbery out of 185th, 2013, ultimately dismissed, plus some juvenile contact, Your Honor.
Do they have a rep done in the criminal mischief? Is there a prior relationship why he would go and just start banging out windows, you know? Or was this just a random act?
Well, it looks like they're the criminal mischief.
same.
No, yeah, I mean, he was charged with criminal mischief for the breaking of the windows at 4,000.
Well, I think, I don't know if there's any prior relationship. Based off the statement that was made or whatever, I think it was just an attempted burglary because he had to feed his family. You gotta do what you gotta do. But law enforcement interrupted his plans.
And Mr. Uristeki, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm gonna mirror the conditions in your felony court case with us. You're not to go within 200 feet of that pawn store. If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, I will put you in jail, and I'm gonna make it sky high. I'm gonna do everything in my power to protect Harris County. Do you understand, sir?
Understood.
What do you do for a living?
Traffic control, striping, everything to do with the markings on the road.
How much money do you make a month doing this?
About 700 a week.
How much?
About 700 a week.
700 a week.
It's 2,800 a month.
How much, do you have kids?
Sir,
Kids you got?
2.
Does your wife work? Are you currently married?
Yes.
Does she work as well? What does she do?
She already had a foot and ankle specialist.
Okay, we're gonna reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. Like I said, don't pick up any new cases. Don't violate these conditions. No weapons, no going back to this place. Do you understand?
Sir.
Okay. I'm gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, eventually you'll get with Tracy your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go, sir.
You're on the phone?
Yeah.
All right, Judge, page 23, where? Come on up.
That's the only one I haven't done.
Say it again?
I said I have another bond condition on that one, but I don't, I have.
All right, have a seat at the box.
Traken where?
Yes.
Your case has been dismissed. Right? I'm showing that it's been dismissed.
I'm sure this is,
Yep, I see it. Yesterday.
Okay, Mr. Ware, be careful. Okay, your case has been dismissed. All right? Okay, you're free to go.
Right, do you want a copy? Yes. All right, Judge, we're circling back to page 17. Petrie, come on up.
Good morning, Ms. Petrie. Ma'am, you are charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. She has a co-defendant, Addison. Do you guys have the cause number, please?
What number on Addison? Felony. The call number, that's a felony.
So this was this the one that we spoke about earlier that had a felony, or was that a different person?
That was a different one.
Betty?
Yeah, that, the co-defendant already fled in the 177. There was a theft,
Yeah.
2 previous convictions.
Got it. Okay, so we don't need to worry about it. So, okay. All right, so Ms. Petrie, you were charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews of the state of Texas. We cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, ma'am. Okay.
On May 9, 2024, officers were dispatched to the Old Navy at 4516 Tacoma Street in Harris County, Texas. Complainant witness, the store employee, advised officers that he observed via surveillance camera 2 females place baby clothes in their bags, walk past all points of sale and exit the store without paying for the items. Complainant gave a description of the defendant and co-defendant Addison and the vehicle that they were in. Officers approached the vehicle with a specific license plate provided by the complainant. Officers recovered baby clothes identified as belonging to Old Navy from under the front seat of the defendant's vehicle. No criminal history.
Ms. Petrie, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you?
I'm 20. I made 20 May 9th.
How old are you?
20, just made 20 on the 9th.
It was her birthday.
What's Miss Addison to you?
My god sister.
When you hang with dogs, you get fleas. I'm telling you now, a theft case is one of the worst cases that you can pick up. When you are branded a thief, you will never work again. You will not even be able to get an apartment. That's how bad a theft conviction is. I'm telling you because I have people that call me now. Hey, I can't get an apartment because I got this theft conviction. What can I do? The person already pled to the third theft case. When you hang with dogs, you're letting them bring you down. I would be careful with the company that you keep. You now have this theft case on you and you're only 20. You're going sideways quick. I would be very careful, man.
Sir.
Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir. I did 12 years though. I just didn't graduate because I got kicked out.
When people look to hire you, oh, okay, she did 12 years, yay. It doesn't work like that.
But I applied to go back to school.
I am now making it a condition of your bond that you go back and get your diploma. If you don't, I'm gonna have you stay with me. You understand me? You, at the very minimum in life, have to have your high school diploma, otherwise you will go nowhere in life. Now with a theft conviction or with a theft as well, you're killing yourself and you're only 20. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, ma'am? Do you want a court-appointed lawyer?
Mm-hmm. Do I need it? I don't know. I've never been in trouble.
You better get your back in school and get some knowledge because the way you're talking and handling yourself now, it's just not going well at all.
I just don't know if I need one because I've never been in trouble.
You're facing 6 months in jail and did you not register everything I just told you about how bad a theft is?
I
Did you not
did.
register?
I did.
Okay, you need a lawyer, man.
Okay, I want one.
Can we get a one? I'm gonna have you fill out an application. I'm gonna bring you back here in 2 weeks. I wanna know in 2 weeks what you've done to try to get back in to get your GED or to get back into school.
I'm already applied to get back on to get my GED. I have to go in July.
I want proof. I'm not gonna take your word for it. I am making that a condition of your bond. If you don't comply with these bond conditions, I will revoke your bond. I will put you in jail.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir. Can I ask a question?
No, I will give you a lawyer today. Ask your question to the lawyer. Ma'am, I'm ordering you also not to hang around with Miss Addison and not to go back to any Old Navy. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't pick up any new cases. Behave yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Judge, is this pretrial bond conditions?
No, we ain't gonna act like that, dude. If
Act
that,
like
you
what?
step outside.
I'm not mad. I just snatched it off because it wasn't coming out.
She's not about to.
Is she really giving attitude?
Yes.
I ain't gonna tell me I'm being attitude. If you want to come up, I snatched it off. Now I'm about to get one because I don't have attitude.
Put her in back, please.
I don't even have attitude.
That's,
Sweet baby Jesus. And I'm Jewish. Lori,
Yes, sir. I'm here on Christian Melendez.
tell me,
You wanted to revoke his bond because of the murder that he picked up in the same
that's
transaction?
right. Yeah, I'm not gonna give him a PR bond. And I'm
I've
just-
already spoken to him. He knows.
Okay. Thanks, Lori. I appreciate
You're
you
welcome.
coming. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Tuesday.
You too.
Bye. Mr. Fleming.
Your Honor, I have some off dockets,
Tony, you're next.
First one, 249.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, 249.
5268.
Okay,
Brianna Dila. She has part of her bond conditions that she has to call in for drug testing, to see if she's been selected. She said that it could potentially interfere with her job and how her schedule works. She hasn't been scheduled to go to the drug testing, but she's told me she's more than happy to do drug testing on the court days if we could just.
it's not close enough yet because it's only been a month and a half. So let her wait. So I know that I can trust her after a couple months and then I'm okay with it. Not yet. It's just too early.
Understood. And then one more off docket.
Okay.
236-8950.
That's an old case.
Yes. So this is Tyon Hutcherson. Last time we talked, I had a misunderstanding. She told me she was dilating, so I assumed she was going into labor. My man brain didn't understand. So she is actually going to be induced on the 28th. Her next court date's on 29th.
This thing is it's 3 years old. Where are we with
So we got the contract yesterday. We're signing everything. She should be scheduling her pickup, and she already has the DAP ready to be paid. She's mailing that in.
Has she already made the pickup day?
She should be making it today. I gave her we just got it yesterday, so I gave her everything yesterday.
Is it?
And so it's set for the 28th, which is next Wednesday, I believe.
Okay. So.
I'm sorry, it's scheduled for 29th. Her inducement on the 28th.
Can she get it beforehand?
That's what we're hoping she can get it all beforehand, but.
So let's keep it on to see if she can do that.
Okay.
But I
On the
don't,
29th, she just knows she won't be able to be here.
I got it.
Okay.
Make sure she tries to get it beforehand.
Understood.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Hey, I need a translator, Tony. Give me a second. Please. Hey, it looks like that case was dismissed.
I see our friend is back today. Is it terminated?
Yeah, he's online. I'm just waiting for Luis.
So therefore.
Now's a great time.
That's Mr. Garcia. He's been on probation since, I don't remember, but he's supposed to get off in July. And pretty much we had him covered because he hasn't done anything.
Fernando Perez.
The probation officer wanted him to be extended for 6 months and then have him work more frequently. So
Daniel Gerardo Garcia. Come up. I'm not happy with you. Do you know why? Tell me why.
Well, I fell back on my payments on the probation
I don't care about money.
and the classes.
It's the least of my concern, unless it's restitution.
Oh, the thing about it is that I asked Ms. Williams, Officer Williams, for help. I did lose my job in February, and then my lawyer's still charging me every month $1,000. They just charged me today $1,000. And I've been trying to get back up on my feet. I told Ms. Williams, I've been in contact with Ms. Williams about everything. She knows what happened to my job. Yes, sir, I know that.
I want to know if you've done any of the conditions that's
Yes,
been
ma'am. Yes,
required.
sir. The big classes, I finished it. I finished them in January with Mr. Vasquez. I got my certificate. My certificate, I did send it to Ms. Williams. I have. The 2 classes, Ms. Williams told me that she was gonna go ahead and fill an application so I could get some help, financial help for the state, and they haven't reached out back to me.
Why can't you get another job?
I've been trying to. I got an interview today at 12:30. I've been trying to get a job for the past 2 months. It's been slow everywhere. I've been trying. I applied at.
Amazon hires anyone with 3 legs and a partial heartbeat.
I know.
Mr. Garcia.
I can't drive. So I had to get something close. Your conditions where I couldn't drive. So I had to get something close to work.
Let's do this.
From where I live at.
Drug and alcohol test right now. I want to do that right now. I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test. I want to know what's in your system. Did he
Okay.
did he complete the DW education class?
No, that's the one Ms. Williams is still,
Do the victim impact panel?
yes, I did, sir. And VIP, I paid $86 for it. And Ms. Williams been trying to get a hold of them to get me the certificate. And I donated to them $20, so it was 106. But I only finished 96% of it because of my profile. So that's all I need. I did have.
Haven't completed it then.
I did. I seen the 3 videos of it. And I answered all the questions in the questionnaire. And I did pay. I have my bank statements to show you that I did pay. And I did donate. With my donation, it was 500 ribbons for them. I did the VIP last year.
Mr. Garcia.
And then I did the Mr. VIP with Mr. Basket.
I don't have any certificates or anything.
Ms. Williams, if you call Ms. Williams, she could send it to you.
First things first, let's send her for a drug and alcohol test right now. And then we'll come back and we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you right now. Just take a seat from your back. Please,
Joseph Cardona?
let me help you. Come up.
Joseph Cardona? Oh.
What's the last name on this?
Vargas Mendoza.
Ponga la gorrita ahí, ya sabe cómo es esto. Solo mira, pues, ¿cuál es tu apellido?
Put it down.
Vargas? Vargas? But I don't think it's on top.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is.
This is the, yes.
Solo mira el hueso.
Mr. Vargas Mendoza. So your case now stands at nearly 400 days.
200 días.
You set this case for trial on 2 different occasions.
Diferentes ocasiones.
After that,
Después de eso,
miraculously,
milagrosamente,
you were able to get
se logró
an offer from the district attorney that if you completed
y completado.
a BIP class, which is once a week for 18 weeks, they would dismiss the case.
Desestiman el caso.
I told you because of all the problems that we've had and how old the case was, that you had to strictly comply with this agreement and not miss any classes. If you missed any classes, we would be done, and I'm not going to do this anymore.
Ya no vamos a hacer esto ya.
I will not entertain any excuses because of how many hoops that you put us through.
Nos has metido.
So you were supposed to be here today with proof that you have completed
Ya completado.
nearly all of the classes.
Clases. Todas.
So
All of them. All of them.
have you completed the
Todas has
program?
completado.
Una que estaba en un accidente, me chocaron y estoy hace 2 semanas en una clínica.
Okay, one that I
Solo
missed
una.
due to an accident. I had to be in the clinic for a couple of weeks.
Cumplí todas.
I complied with all of them.
Did you finish the classes?
¿Y no las clases?
No, faltan más semanas.
No.
Solo
more
llevo
weeks are missing.
4 semanas. Solo he faltado una porque tuve un
I only
accidente.
missed one due to an accident.
Pero si asisto por la video.
I want
But I
proof
do assist.
classes that you've completed.
De cuántas
You're
clases.
supposed to bring the proof here. This is your class.
O sea, de las clases.
Yo hablé con mi profesora y me dijo que ella le informaba a la corte.
I didn't know. I spoke to my professor and she said she would inform the court.
Puedo solicitarle el comprobante.
I could solicit, I could ask for proof from her.
Judge, can I chime in?
Tell me, Tony.
Your Honor, so I spoke with Black Wolf. They're the ones that are doing the class. And she only sends a report once a month at the beginning of the month. So she sent the report for April. She has not sent the report for May because they're still going through the classes. So he's done 4 classes.
4?
I'm sorry. He's done. He should have done. I
Really,
think
really
6 or
hope that
7
he's done more than 4 classes.
Right. He should have had completed 6 or 7 classes by now.
hasta ahora.
But he has missed one
Faltó
because he
uno
was in the accident.
debido a que estuvo involucrado en un accidente.
And from when I talked to his professor,
Hablé con la profesora.
she sounded like he had missed a couple more than that, but I don't know. I don't have any proof of how many classes he's gone. The only thing I have is from April.
Did they
And
send you anything?
she said she was gonna send me something with his progress, but I haven't got anything.
No, I just have whatever.
Okay, you need to reach out to them now, and I want a report of how many actual classes you have completed up to date now.
Sí, señor o no, señor?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
I'm not taking your word.
No estoy.
Anyone's word. I want proof how many completed classes that you've done. You know this. You should have been here prepared. This is not your first rodeo here, Mr. Vargas.
Aquí, señor Vargas.
We've been through this round and round, and I told you, you're the one supposed to be here with proof.
Si la clase es por cámara, no tengo forma de acceder a un comprobante para demostrarle a usted de que estoy accediendo a las cámaras. Solo tengo capturas de pantalla cuando hablo con la profesora.
I don't have, for example, proof to show you that, I'm taking the actual class. I can just take a screenshot of the professor that I've.
¿Cómo le demuestro?
You're supposed to provide us with
Ella, o él.
Es que ella me dice que es una vez al mes.
She said that it's once a month that she does.
Yo lo resolveré.
Okay, I'll resolve this.
Black Hawk?
Yo lo resolveré.
Texas.
Moment.
Yes, Cosita, can I help you?
Yes, my name is David Fleischer. I'm a judge here in Court 5 here in Harris County. And we have a defendant here that's attending a BIP class with you guys at Texas Black Wolf. And we're trying to figure out how many classes that he has completed in total. It's Michael Vargas. And the Michael is spelled M-A-Y-K-E-L.
Groups, because he said that he had an accident and he had no car. And yes, he can make up classes. I suggested for him, but he didn't come.
How many classes has he missed? And how many classes has he completed, please?
It's like 2 or 3. I am not at the office now. We don't work on Fridays, but I remember it's like 2 or 3 classes only. He missed like 4 or 5.
He's missed 4 or 5 classes.
Yes.
It's done. That's it.
I don't understand.
I have here your professor. She's told me that you've missed 4 to 5 classes.
5 clases.
De 4 a 5.
Yes, sir.
Que no ha existido.
That I haven't assisted. Correct.
You have not gone to.
Porque estaba en una clínica.
Because I was at a clinic.
¿Cómo?
I'll tell you.
How's that?
Your case is nearly 400 days old. I told you you had to
Estoy
straighten.
hospitalizado. Lo hablé con ella y le dije, profe, me pongo al día con usted en la próxima semana. Me dijo,
Get up to
sí,
date the next week.
haga una biografía.
Is it one time per week for the classes?
Yes, only 1 time a week.
That means 4 to 5 weeks you've missed classes.
Hace la semana, entonces
Yes.
4 o 5 semanas que ha faltado las clases, porque si la clase es una vez por semana y ha faltado 4 o 5, son 4 o 5.
No, es que es una vez al mes, o sea, 2 veces 4 veces al mes. Estuve el mes pasado y el final tuve el accidente, no he podido incorporar.
4 times a week last month. Then I had the accident. I haven't been able to
No puedo.
reassume I can't.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much for your help. I appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, thanks. You've missed too much.
Ha faltado demasiado.
I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Vargas, but it's now.
Estoy en una clínica y hospitalizado.
I'm not gonna argue with you, but we need to find another resolution. So, do you have an offer on this case at this moment?
The other offer, Your Honor.
La oferta es.
¿Cómo he gastado dinero en esto? Puedo.
I'm sorry, Tony, it's just,
That was 6 days. We have the 6 days in Harris County.
6 días en la cárcel.
so there are two offers that you have. They've offered you the 6 days in Harris County Jail, or I guess it's time served, or we can take this case to trial. But Mr. Vargas, you've missed way too much. Your case is way too old. We've literally set your case for trial on 2 different occasions. We dispose of cases at 180 days. Your case is nearly 400 days. Do you understand?
¿Está entendido, señor?
It's over.
Tiene que hablar.
Sí.
Yes, ya se ha terminado esto.
When you have the heart,
El corazón es
you can do anything, Mr. Vargas.
realizar lo que usted se proponga, señor.
That's life.
Así es la
That's a
vida.
person. When you have the heart, you can really achieve anything in life. So for you to miss over a month worth of classes, I told you with strict compliance when you first started this thing, that I would not entertain any misses. I don't care. That's it. So what I will do is I will set your case to Tuesday to give you the opportunity to talk with your lawyer to figure out how you want to handle these things from now on. But if you do not want to accept the plea bargain agreement on Tuesday, I will set your case for trial. I will not take any more plea bargain agreements from you at all at that point.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Gracias.
I'm sorry, Tony. I really hoped that this was going to work out, but it's just.
Yeah, I mean,
Just.
I'll talk to him and see if he wants to take the deal, and then guess go from there.
Okay.
All right, Judge, may I be
Thanks,
excused?
friend. You got it, dude.
Thank you, Judge.
Chisholm.
Good morning, Judge.
Hi, good morning.
I'm here on Joel Paris.
Page 15 and 16.
Joel Perez, come up.
Your Honor, this is a BVR for a faulty device. I believe they gave him some time to take care of the device, and he has been in communication with not just myself, but also the company of the device to get a new one. And Mr. Perez, if you can remind me, when is that new one coming in?
They told me 2 to 3, this whole.
Let me read to you your bond violation report, sir. Mr. Perez's conditions were amended on February 14th of this year. As one of the conditions, he was to be monitored by a portable monitoring device set by the court. Pretrial services instructed Mr. Perez to blow 3 times a day during the scheduled testing periods, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., 5 p.m. to 8 a.m., 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Upon reviewing Mr. Perez's report, he has a total of 6 skips tests. Alcohol intake cannot be properly monitored when he skips multiple testing windows and he's in violation set forth by this court. Why are you missing tests?
Sir, the device is not working properly, and I spoke to the central reporting system, and they said that they wouldn't issue a new one until they got it working. They got it working, and it happened again. I told them in this situation, my freedom is on the line over a device that's not under my control. So, and I have videos of some of the dates, but not all the dates, and I have not missed a beat, sir. I have not missed a test. And
tell me about Mr. Perez.
They just recently told me they will give me a new device after I told them I've been violated for something that's not my fault. And they said now they're willing to give me a new device. I said it might be too late now.
That's right.
So they sent the email to my pretrial officer.
have his report that we can take a look at?
There's a note, Judge, on the 22nd about the device malfunction and him needing a new one.
According to who? According to him or according to pretrial?
The judge at this point. They told him if he gets a new portable device, he has to notify us. So it's up to you. He also called on the 21st regarding the same issue.
When did he report the first problem was? Let's do this. I'm gonna have you take a seat while I have them work to look it up so we can make an informed decision. I don't want to do it on the rush. So grab your stuff and just take a seat, please. Can you give me just a bit, Ms. Chisholm, or if you want to go, I can text you if you have other things to do.
I can wait. I can wait, Judge.
Okay, just, I want them to be able to see it so we can make the
Yes,
proper,
Judge.
decision. Chandi, what's up, bud? Oh, he's supposed to come back because I want to know what, if anything, he's on. We sent him to go do a drug test.
Mr. Thomas came back from yesterday, and the state has a time serve offer. as well.
I'm not gonna take, so,
I'm trying to get them to see if they would do a defer offer. He's checking with that.
and so here's what I was gonna suggest is just like a little jail therapy. Set him to like next week, beginning of next week. I'll let him out,
Okay.
but don't tell him.
No,
You know, I want him to get the pain of not knowing.
Monday next week.
No, Monday's holiday.
Okay, Tuesday.
I was gonna suggest Tuesday, because I don't want him to plead just to get out, John.
I got you.
Johnny, you know, so Tuesday. I'll let
Tuesday's
him
next
out.
week? Okay, gotcha.
Something, you know, because.
Yeah, then we have time.
Last thing we need is another kid with another conviction, you know?
Thomas, the one.
The one we took in yesterday, because he's out at 1 a.m, screwing around.
The 2-year-old kid.
Yeah,
Because he missed the bus or something.
no. Or was one of the
Yeah,
excuses.
no, exactly.
Perez was complaining on 4/17, and then on the 22nd, I believe that's when he started having issues, because he was repeatedly calling his case manager saying that's how it works. He went and got a new battery, right, a new charger. Where's Perez?
All right.
Yeah.
Coming up,
And
Mr.
he was
President.
still having issues, so it looks like it's a noted issue.
So let's do this. What I'm gonna do, since you've had so many problems, I'm going now to amend your conditions to give you a scram on your ankle so that we know that there are no more issues. Okay? And you can take the blow and go off, and then we'll put a scram and waive the fee. That way there shouldn't be any more
That
issues.
or ankle bracelet?
Mm-hmm, correct.
I do live in Edinburgh, Texas, but I'm willing to come.
Shouldn't be an issue as long as you keep it charged.
Yes, sir.
And I'll waive the fee so it's not gonna cost you anything.
Yes, sir.
Don't want any more issues.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? All right. Just hang tight. We'll get you here. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Judge. I appreciate it.
So Chisholm, we'll just give you a normal reset, I guess,
Yes, Judge.
you know?
Absolutely. Thank you, Judge. Might be excused.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Anyone else back there that we need to talk?
Well, there's a few, but I know she's reached out to quite a few of the attorneys.
Okay.
The only one I had a question is I was able to bring Mr. John up here, get him here before.
The case just got dismissed.
I know, and that's why I want to know if it's good to just go back.
Are they, so are we done with the case? What?
I mean, on the dismissal, it's just that he's going to the master program.
That's all it says on the dismissal, so.
I mean, if it's dismissed, is he still gonna have to comply with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they go when he wants to go in, he can go in.
Right.
Even if they take him over there, as soon as he gets there.
Right, he can just jet, right,
Here, it's the same thing with the EDO.
right, okay,
Okay, so I'll send him back there.
yeah.
Hey, Judge, quick question on Escobar, was it pretrial bond condition?
Oh, yeah, well, we're gonna monitor the heck out of him, man. He just pled on a meth case, and I wanna know that he's not using.
I need to do a rip on that, just to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, you wanna try now, do you mind? Because it's sister. Is she afraid of him? Does she want him to come back home? If not, does he have anywhere else to go? Can you ask that and to see? Because I don't want her to live in fear of him, you know?
I gotta go.
Judge, did you have any other conditions for Meredith?
For who?
The standard Meredith.
No, just no drugs, no alcohol, random UAs. That's it. I think close. Did a lot of people not show up? What happened?
Florida.
How many not show up?
We got to.
I'm sorry. Fine.
That many?
It looks like it. It's like that.
Do we scare people off or something?
They love it.
About 9, 10.
Wow, that's a lot of no-shows. Say it again?
10 months.
Hey, who got Miss Karkowski's case? Got Karkowski. Hey, I'm gonna bring her up to sign conditions. Hey,
She already signed, we're just gonna give her a copy.
okay, I'm gonna bring her up again. Come up, Miss Ma'am. Give me a second, Carl. You know, ma'am, you know, I spoke to you kind of rough earlier, and I'm sorry about that, but I really want you to understand and impress upon you that if you go to jail, what's gonna happen to those kids? Because not only, even if you don't have possession now, the more criminal cases you pick up, the higher likelihood you have of losing possession, custody, and they just won't let you see the kids at all. I see it happen here all the time where when we have someone picks up a lot of cases, at some point, CPS is gonna get wind of it. If they do, your life is just nearly over. Because when CPS gets involved, it's a train wreck every single time. It's so expensive. So I'm trying to impart to you, don't pick up any new cases because it could be a disaster for your future. Okay? All right. We're going to give you a copy of your conditions. Just take back a seat. I have a lawyer that's coming for you here momentarily, and then we'll have you get out. Thanks. I'll be right back.
Is she going in?
Oh, no, I'm gonna bring her out in a second. Man, she's 20. If she like channeled that spunk into school, man, you know?
He's in Fort Worth.
I was out of town for work.
because you live in Fort Worth. So what's gonna happen is that anytime you get called upon to take an alcohol or drug test, you're gonna have to go to a Quest Diagnostics. But if you don't go, and it's your responsibility to get the drug test back to pretrial services, and if not, I issue a warrant, okay? Okay, so it's gotta be a Quest, which we know is reputable, okay? Okay. Hey, what happened to Oscar Garcia? Is he here? He's got bond violations. Do we know if Sherman's coming today? Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make, the number's not working. She's 15. No, she's 15
Mom and
also.
dad around? Mom and dad around?
I don't see her number. That's why I just, I had my investigator to locate her, see that it's all. So I'm waiting on that back, but I know 15. There's no information. It's surprising that she's 15.
Maybe an hour?
An hour, okay.
Yeah. But it's good for a while.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give her a attorney?
Do you want me to go ahead and look
Yeah.
for one or let?
No. Yeah, just go ahead.
Okay,
You want the affidavit?
yeah, but we'll put one and then get her to fill it out.
Yeah, let's get her first lawyer and then.
Is she even bond conditions? Is she gonna get bond conditions
Yes,
with us?
with state.
State or pretrial?
With steps?
State.
Can you just tell them to prove it?
Because you were saying something about,
School,
enrollment, yeah.
yeah, so same thing, like, let's set it off 2 weeks, see what she's done to get in school. Hanging out with the one dude, the lady, and then, no weapons, and then no going back to, it was Old Navy, right? She got a baby?
Well, something about kid budgets. I mean, she's still just. Maybe she was still in it for somebody else. I don't know.
I wrote nicely, if he comes back there, we should just bring me, because I'm just gonna.
Trying?
Yes. No.
Whatever you want. Hey, so John D, Tuesday, we put him on.
He's not even here. So I'm doing this.
No, I don't.
See if you get mom's or dad's number, somebody, that'll help me because that's gonna help him. The sooner we get in touch with him.
So I don't.
I don't want to
Judge Carroll.
Hey,
Judge, how you doing?
Hey, this is Charles, what's the name, man?
Yeah. Your Honor, so I have a client, Danielle Rodriguez. She was on PTIP, DWI, I was in Montgomery, DWI divert. And they want to know if she can get an extension. We got
Just got violations?
Well, no violations, from what I know. So we got a restitution form yesterday that apparently in the middle of her being on divert, they added some restitution because she hit a booth, a tollway booth. It's about $450.
Okay.
I can show you the email, Judge. I got the restitution form yesterday, 2 days ago. Also, they want her to be in compliance with the portable machine. I don't know if she blew any alcohol, but she might have.
Let's see what's going on, but I need her here regardless, though, so I can impress upon her, especially if she's like consuming. Shatoria, do you have the,
She doesn't have like a positive test, but
is she not blowing?
she has a lot of skip tests.
Oh, hell no.
Well, Judge, she's been on it she never failed a drug test. I don't know
That's
this.
life-failing, though.
I don't know the situation why. I think there's some circumstances. She has no positives though, Judge, and.
Circumstances, I want to drink. That's the
It was heart issues and having financial hardship.
I think that's the issue, Judge.
Okay, we need to talk to her. What's Shatori, what's the cause number, please?
The cost number on this one is 242.
Okay.
3695.
You can connect this code.
And Judge, to my knowledge, she said she completed the last class, decision-making class. I don't know if you have anything with that, but she has completed everything.
She's supposed to be here today.
Yeah, I emailed her, she said she got it, and then,
I'm revoking her bond.
Additionally, Your Honor.
I'm gonna revoke it because she's not here. She's supposed to be here. She knows she's supposed to be here. She willfully didn't get her here. I'll reinstate it, but I'm revoking it. I mean, she's supposed to be here. She's not here. She's toying with us, right?
her phone is disconnected, but I emailed her, and it seems like she got it, but I mean, she said that.
She's playing. No, and I'm not gonna let her just continue to, she's willfully over and over and over. And if I don't, then I'm enabling the behavior.
You could wait till Tuesday and see if she shows.
So I'm gonna revoke it now and then bring her in on Tuesday. Let her know that she's gotta be safe though, because she didn't make it here. There are consequences. If I don't, it's enabling the behavior and I'm not gonna coddle her.
Would you consider allowing her an extension if she shows up Tuesday?
For sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not out for blood, but I'm pissed off that you're
Yes, sir.
supposed to be here. You know you're supposed to be here, yet you willfully are not here. No. No, it's a kick in the ding ding.
So you consider reinstating it Tuesday if she shows?
Yes. She's got to show Tuesday, right? And then at that point, we can discuss about how to handle the extension. But, you know, I'm probably going to put deadlines on her. I'm not going to just extend for 6 months and hope and wish.
I think they were basically telling me yesterday, if she does well for a month and pays the restitution, they're gonna kick it. I mean,
Well, that's up to them.
Well, yeah, but that's.
Yeah, and
It's their
also, we
program.
haven't received the certificate for the effective.
Yeah, she said she did it.
Yeah, we don't have the.
That's up to them. If they're ready to dismiss it, that's up to them because it's their program. But yeah, so, all right. So 5,001 on Rodriguez, and then hopefully we'll see you Tuesday.
Judge, is this, that's fine.
I don't know. Well, let's talk.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I had a client that, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
5,000.
Thank you.
Were you beginning?
Judge, may I approach? May I approach, Judge? I'm approaching on Ernest, yes, McQuinn, N-A-Q-U-I-N. I hope I'm not getting this wrong. So he was on bond for harassment, got charged with another case that got dismissed. So Nathan asked me if I can, if.
I'm not giving him, giving him a PR.
Reinstate?
So, no, I'm not gonna let him, so what happened was this, is that he's on bond for harassment where he's terrorizing someone, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
After that, he gets charged with a violation of a protective order or a violation of a condition of bond, right?
Which
And-
cannot be done with harassment.
That's just his opinion. I mean, it can be done and it's done all the time. They can file it as they can still file it.
Doesn't require it. I mean, with no disrespect to the state, but the fact that they're filing it doesn't mean that legally they can, because the statute doesn't allow it.
He's not here. There's a DPD person that's gonna be here that if you call, he'll come and stand on it because I'd rather he come and
Yeah,
stand.
it's number one, it's a DVD case. They're not here, right? Number two, he's allegedly still harassing her, right? And that's why I put him in jail. I'm not going to reward him for that behavior. And that's essentially is what I would be doing by letting him out.
But here's my thought process, and we'll readdress this when the DVD prosecutor gets here. If that charge of violation of condition of bond is not something that can be done per the statute, then he didn't do anything wrong. Then he complied with.
Just because they're not going to file it doesn't mean that it didn't happen, right?
Right, but you don't file another case as violation of a bond. They may have, if the state files a motion to revoke his bond on the harassment case, and we're having a different conversation.
Well, then that's what I'll do then.
Right, but
Let's have a hearing and let's have a hearing on whether I'm going to revoke his bond. I mean, I think I already did.
I don't know if there was a hearing I have, I'm kind of like coming in half.
I know.
Yeah,
So why don't we set this for Tuesday? Let's hash this out on Tuesday. You know, will you, between now and Tuesday, reach out to your complaining witness?
Well, that's
Okay, I guess, so,
But I believe, John, just for the record, I think the issue here is even if he didn't violate the bond, there's an order of his condition to stay away. There's a stay away order. So-
Right, but that's a different, my thing with it is it's a different mechanism, right? So you file a new case and then he violates his bond based on that, I get it. But if that case has no merit, then there is a different mechanism to revoke his bond.
what's your email address?
Right, I'm sorry, we're just chatting, guys. We're like bantering back and forth. I'm sorry?
The email.
It's ANDREEA at AI Texas Law.
At ATEX.
AI Texas Law.com.
He said ATEX ass law.
It can be that too, Judge. We just have to add another S in there, but.
I Texas law. All right, so I'm also gonna, it's Nathan, right?
Yes.
It's,
He should be back on Tuesday, but if he's not, I will. take
I'm
care
gonna
of it.
attach him to this email, and so I'm gonna say,
I'm just covering, that's why I only know portions of what
I'm
happened.
gonna send an email now for all the parties. Let's have a get together Tuesday morning. I'm gonna reach out to Damien, who's the DVD prosecutor, ask him to please reach out to the complaining witness, because I'd like to know what, if anything, happened. And we can have the proper hearing on Tuesday as to whether I'm gonna revoke his bond.
Well, but Judge, if
Or not.
we're gonna have a hearing, I think they have to file the motion first with 3 days. Which if they follow today, I think that they follow on with that, but I'm just.
Well, if you wanna keep him longer before the.
No, I'm just saying, but I mean, they still have to follow the rules. If they're gonna file a motion to revoke the bond, it has to be, if we're gonna have a hearing on that motion. But I don't wanna speak for Nathan, Judge, because then he's gonna kill me because I created more work than resolved issues for him.
Am I gonna kill anyone? You know me better, right?
But I don't want
So-
Nathan to get mad either. The whole idea is.
We don't have to. All I wanna know is what, if anything, he did while he was out on bond. That's what I wanna know. Did he truly violate any of the conditions we set forth? That's all I wanna know.
Right.
Because if he did, I'm gonna hold him accountable. If he didn't, I'll let him go. But I need to know what happened. So I'm gonna ask him to please do a rip now so that we can be prepared and.
Well, but Judge, if we resolve this issue, or if this issue can be, if that's all that you wanna know, if you wanna know what the complainant is saying about this, then why don't we get Damien here?
We contact him, so he should be here, because, he's spoken
Okay.
through the court.
Do a rep right now. If the complainant says nothing happened, then he's good to go, right?
Well, the violation in and of itself is that there's no contact. So,
Is it a no contact?
yes,
At all? Okay, well, if the complainant says no contact, then,
I mean, that's the violation right there.
but if she says that they had no contact, then we don't have a violation, right? Because you said that all you want to know is, my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, Judge, is that you want to know, basically, did he reach out to the complainant or not?
I wanna know, did he violate any of the conditions we set
Okay.
forth? That's
So
what I
if they
wanna
talk
know.
to the complaining witness, and complaining witness says he did not reach out to me, he didn't do anything that he's not supposed to be doing, technically, he should get reinstated today, right?
Yeah, but why, I want more than that, because I know how people recant, right? So if
But if
in the violation case that they filed, is there a 911 tape? Is there something like that where she's telling one thing on the 911 tape and then she's recanting? I want to know
There's some
more
issues with
so.
credibility then, but that's a different
I get
conversation.
it, but I'm not.
And there's a no contact, so.
Snapchat does not save stuff, so I don't.
By any medium, that's contact.
I know, but no, I'm talking about proving it. Okay, well then, because I understood that you just want kind of like a quick phone call with her. But if that's the case, then let's carry it to Tuesday, so then we can kind of look into.
I want to do a deeper dive because I'm not going to take, if I know how much recantation happens, right?
Especially in DVD.
Is there, right, especially in DVD cases, right? So is there evidence that points otherwise? That's what I'd also like to see.
Now, I don't know if you're aware, but he does tell me that they have 4 kids together, which
I don't care. I don't care. I mean, violation or violation. I don't care if he's got a zoo, you know? We have court orders for a reason. and
I know,
they
I
have
understand
a
that.
Serious case, you know?
I'm just telling you that with 4 kids, it's kind of hard not to communicate, but, and again, I don't know that
It's
that's
not
what
though.
happens.
It's not. You can use an intermediary. There are plenty of other people that do it, you know? So for someone to come up and say, hey, we can't just do it because we got 4 kids, it's disingenuous. It's just not true. It's just whether you want to abide by the conditions, that's what it is.
Right. And I know they're not optional. Again, I know only what these are, but we'll come back on Tuesday and then, but if they want to. I don't know what you guys find so amusing. I mean.
I was gonna ask you a question about your plea.
I mean, I don't know, am I being that funny? No, nobody ever finds me so funny, Justin. Maybe I should come here more often, since everybody finds me funny. While trying to advocate for a client. Yeah. Yeah. Anything funny? Anything funny? I would like to know why you think everything is funny.
I'm sorry?
No, I'm sorry, me too. Go ahead. That's the understanding that I have. Right, that's what my understanding is, with him, right, because we're doing a kind of association. Well, no probation, I thought we were doing time served. No, I can't lead to something different. I'm gonna go time served. So it's one thing being time served, that's what I'm doing.
Last note was.
Almost.
Judge, are you ready for the last arraignment?
Oh, there's another one.
Yep, I told you about Andre.
Yeah.
Page 20. Cameron, come on up.
Oh, this is the one that she was out. Good morning, Ms. Almiron. Ma'am, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and any abuse of the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. Please don't say anything. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. A traffic stop on a vehicle for failure to maintain a single lane, specifically because the defendant operating the vehicle, the officer observed the vehicle veer in front of the officer traveling, almost sideswiping the officer's vehicle. Defendant was observed to be sluggish, have sluggish speech. Salamaran advised she was tired from moving, which is why she failed to drive in a single lane. She, she was driving a Texas driver's license, was found to be suspended and invalid, her driver's license. Had appeared to fresh punctured marks on her thighs and legs.
Uh-oh.
Defendant denied consuming any narcotics, but advised that there was beer in the vehicle. A probable cause search yielded an open bag of needles in the center console, a small black backpack, 2 smoking pipes with white residue on them. Defendant admitted to smoking meth, but advised she last smoked the day prior. Defendant consented to FSSTs, 4 out of 6 horizontal gaze nystagmus, 2 out of 8 walk and turn, 3 out of 4 one-leg stands, DIC red. She consented to blood.
Salmarone, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. You can tackle these demons with me you can tackle these demons with me either the easy way or the hard way. If you can't do it on your own, I'm gonna make you do it. And I promise you, you're not gonna like the way that I do it. You understand? I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol. And I'm now sending you for a drug test because I want to know what's in your system, if anything. You must come back. And then I'm gonna appoint your lawyer. But I'm telling you now, you test positive after today for any dope, alcohol, weed, anything. I will put you into a treatment facility program in the jail that's at a minimum 9 months if you respond well to treatment. You understand? What do you do for a living, man? What do you do for a living?
I do like driving services.
Driving services?
Well, I was. I didn't
You got
know.
no license. Don't say anything. Ma'am, no more driving. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me that you're not going to drive. You have to find a different job. Do not drive for any reason. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Ma'am, if you can get your license and liability insurance, I will take this restriction off. But do not drive without a license, because I'm telling you, if I find that you drive, I'm going to spontaneously combust because I will be so upset.
She's not eligible, Your Honor.
Guys, I'd like to send her for a drug test now, please. Okay. I need you now to fill out an application for me for an appointed lawyer. I will appoint you someone today. No more dope, man. Look at me. No more
I understand.
dope. Okay? Please.
We need a reference. Yeah, come on this way first. Leave that right there, just come over this way. Should now be signed for a reset, you can fill that out. Ma'am. Oh, you need her too?
Yeah, we need her to sign this no driving affidavit.
That's for the no driving.
Thank you, Vito. Are you gonna hold over?
She'll tell her to go back to the bank. No?
Sending her for drug test?
Yeah. You can go to 49 Summer Rock and take the test. And then come back.
Did you already appoint her someone?
Yes. No, I'm going to find the application.
Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and appoint. Is it on docket today?
Yes, Judge, he is. Victoria told me he was in the holdover. He has an MAJ also, and apparently he said
Were you hired on, you were hired on the case?
Allegedly, Judge, he said that he sent a payment and my assistant submitted the attorney of record, but the payment was never made and we made contact with him and his family and they're not able to do that right now. So I think he might be indigent, not able to make bond.
But where is he?
He's in the holdover, Judge.
Why?
He has an MAJ in 178, so he probably has a no bond there.
In which?
178, he has, he's on probation, I think, in that court.
I see that it was disposed of, Kavita.
He's serving his, Your Honor, he still has time to serve.
Ah, got it. How much time you got?
He had 90 days county time. He had 9 days credit, so he should be about the 3rd or the 13th of next month.
Okay. I guess appoint him someone, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, I'll withdraw.
Okay. If he did have time served, I can come up there and handle it today, but
So,
I still got.
hold on, but I didn't even know that we had this guy back there. Have we done an arraignment on him? Because I don't even think we've done conditions.
He came in for the arraignment and
You
then
just-
took him in because of the felony. I wonder if he signed.
Yay, you made it.
I did, I had a couple of reports.
The man, the myth, the legend. Thank you for coming.
I didn't know we were gonna have a violation so quickly.
Do you mind speaking to him, please? And seeing what's going on? But yeah, I don't trust him to get out ski.
Judge, to answer your question, yes, we found.
Joe,
And there are.
what's new, man? Okay, so I need to do conditions on him and I need,
There are some.
did I do it? And then does he have a license? Letha, he ain't got no license.
We found these no conditions.
Okay.
So appoint him one.
And then I'm gonna ask them to see if he has a driver's license. If not, then I want to do an affidavit with him as well.
I'll go ahead.
And then,
Judge, I got through to Miss Petra.
is she ready to talk?
She's very calm, and basically all we're gonna do is do a 30-day PTI, anti-lap trafficking. She wants to come out and apologize to you. So let me,
Steve, do you mind grabbing Ms. Petrie, please?
Sure.
All right, yes, sir. Thank you, I really appreciate it.
You've got grit.
Yes, sir.
Got spunk. If you channeled that in a positive way into school, holy moly, you could go so far. You could be a lawyer, be a doctor, really. If you channeled that in a really good way, you could go places instead of becoming another statistic back there. Because all those people back there is because they don't think before they speak, they don't think before they act, and they just wig out and do whatever they want without thought to consequence. That's about maturity and growing up. You got to think before you act. John has gotten you a really great deal where if you do just a couple things, he'll dismiss this case for you.
Yes, sir.
I'll reset your case to give you the opportunity to do this. Don't hang around bad people. They're going to bring you down. I'm telling you.
Yes, sir.
It only gets worse. What I've said, I don't want you going back to Old Navy, and I don't want you hanging around with the other person. That's all I'm asking you to do.
Yes, sir.
Get your stuff done early. As soon as you get it done, give it to John. He'll get this thing dismissed for you.
Okay, thank you. And I wanted to apologize for being disrespectful.
Don't worry about it. I like it. I like your spunk. Channel it in a good way. Get into school. Get your diploma. I'm telling you. If you don't, this life is either going to be a great life for you or it's going to be a miserable, rotten one. You now set yourself up for the next 40 years. Get it together.
is it okay if I have him sit there?
For sure. Yes.
Sit there, let me get everything, and then we'll finish up, okay? Is Kevin gone?
He's gonna be back.
Yeah, we'll do new ones. Because we got him back there, right? What? Just. All right. From now on. From now on.
Do you happen to have her information?
Damien,
Morning, Judge.
happy Friday.
Friday, I saw your email, sent an email back. She said, I already, just told her about the offer. The offer's been in there, but I guess.
Are we working it out today?
I think we may be able to work it out today.
Okay, if that's what you want to do, I'm happy to do it.
So he can't do anything because he's on parole.
He's on parole?
He says he is on parole.
How is it that there's not a parole hold when he picks up two different cases? You know?
Judge, I know bits and pieces, what I'm hearing from everybody,
Like,
but
it's better and better as it goes, right? Let me see. He's got a parole hold.
he has?
He just got a parole hold
Why
today.
did we argue for bond?
Holy moly, he just literally got a parole hold now that he's 524, they just placed it.
Well.
Yeah.
Kiss my grits.
An hour ago.
Okay.
Wow, I can't believe that.
He gave me two cases that are not very, well, at least we're doing time served on that guy.
It's not anyone's fault, but one person's, right?
I know.
So, do you want me to bring him out and tell him the good news?
Let me tell him first, and then.
Very big, Judge. I'm thinking it might be my fault. I'm like.
What, your offers? You gotta work on your offers.
So look, you're gonna wanna set up a trial now, I guess?
It's
Up to him?
Nathan's case.
I
I don't know.
He's in the driver's seat. He can do whatever he wants to do. And I'll do whatever you guys, if you wanna reset it to Tuesday for Nathan to work it.
So if
be it.
Nathan wants me to try it, I don't mind trying it, but I don't wanna set it without his permission.
Sure.
Let me talk to him.
So that really renders everything moot and that makes it.
Just one last thing on this feature.
I need her to sign bond condition for she.
No worries, there was just one thing that you wanted her back for the GED group, but she just has to take one class, do you still want that?
No, just get it done. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, man.
But I still, before she leaves, she still has to sign the bond conditions, John.
Just gonna sign the
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you mind checking something for me? On Petrie, Pitre, can you see, did you guys file conditions for no going to Old Navy, no contact with the co-defendant in this case, which was like Arradondo, I think it was, or? Did you file them so we can have her sign it? Let me see. I don't see conditions yet filed, so please.
Would you like Mr. Garcia to come up too?
Come on, let's go, Steve.
Put it up there.
You guys, come on, keep it down a little bit. This is Garcia. Mr. Garcia, let's go through your history, sir. So, and we did this before. As of 2004, guys, keep it down, please. You have a criminally negligent homicide where we have already one dead body. In 22, you pick up a DWI second. In 18, you pick up, in 18, you pick up a DWI first. 22, DWI second. Now you've picked up as a 5/8/24 a terroristic threat, a third DWI, and an aggravated assault when someone is trying to take the keys away from you, where you allegedly, what happened?
he drove off with the daughter and tried to run over her.
I told you at the outset when we had this case that there was strict compliance with bond conditions. And if you fail to live to these conditions, that I would revoke your bond and put you into custody. We now not, Mr. Hatton, is it 2 weeks?
Yeah, Judge.
Have bond violations. What happened?
No, I think we do have so we have 4 days where there are some issues with the GPS as far as when him coming back into the home. 2 of those days, and Mr. Gonzalez did not know that Mr. Garcia did not know that he was supposed to let pretrial know that he was going to actually do one of your conditions. And we have his log for that for his NA meetings. He was actually going to the NA meetings. They are held at a later time. So he was there from 8 to 9, 8 to 9:30. Those coincide with the times that he was gone for those days.
Not supposed to be out. You're not supposed to be out past your curfew. I don't care where you're going. You can't justify being out past your curfew. How do I know that you're in an NAAA meeting? And there are plenty that you can do from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. You just choose to do it at 9 o'clock at night. We have something later than that, don't we?
Well, no, Judge, I think that both of the time, well, actually, if you look at the time that he's coming back into the home, Your Honor, the latest time I think is 10 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. So that would coincide as far as when he's coming back, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, and
I got it.
I'm not sure as far as on Mr. Garcia with his work schedule and things of that nature, but I know that it is him trying to be compliant with one of his bond conditions, which you ordered him to have I believe 5 days a week, if I'm not mistaken. Stay can help.
3 times a week.
3 times a week. 3 times a week. So those times and the times that I have on the log, Judge, are with that. I would also add that Ms. Garcia has also been compliant with the drug testing, and he's been clean every time. And I know it's only been a couple of weeks, but he has been coming in on time and taking care of those conditions as well.
Got it. Sorry, I gave you strict compliance. There are plenty of times that you can go in the hours that I gave you to be out. I don't care what you're doing. The only thing I care about is public safety. You're coming home at 10 o'clock at night, have no idea what you're doing. I'm revoking your bond. It goes with you. Sorry, Mr. Hatton, but with this, as dangerous he is.
I understand, Judge.
This was his property. I don't know. Just, I get it. Follow up. Redondo, Your Honor, for a plea whenever you're ready.
Okay.
I'm sorry for Mr.
That's not Nakin though.
No.
Who is this?
Jose Arredondo.
Arredondo.
I think we'll deal with Mr. Nakin next week.
You said 27?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sir.
Well.
Mr. Arredondo, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Understand what you're doing today is you're making a lifetime decision that you're pleading guilty to this offense. This is a very, very serious plea because this comes with an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that if you ever pick up another one of these cases, all you have to do is literally grab someone's arm and squeeze a little bit, and if it hurts them, you will be charged with a 3rd-degree felony. You'll be looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison for merely grabbing someone's arm. As trivial as you may think that is, you're looking at a lot of time in prison. Also, as a result of this, you can never own a gun or ammunition. You having a gun in your possession is a Class A misdemeanor in and of itself. Do you understand? I would be very careful when you get out in the free world. If you have anger issues, you better not be where you were now, because it's only going to land you in more hot water. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, You can never change this or undo this. I also see that you're on probation for an aggravated robbery. Do we know what's gonna happen with the probation?
He's reinstated, Judge.
You're getting reinstated?
He's already reinstated for the egg rob.
Okay.
They already dismissed MAJ, and I think that there were some added conditions. I don't know what those are, but they added some additional conditions. He's been amended.
Let me be frank with you, Mr. Arredondo. Have you ever been to prison?
No, sir.
Do you know what happens in prison?
I've heard bad stories.
Imagine your worst nightmare. It's worse than that. I get special stuff that I get to read because I'm a judge. I read stuff that turned me white and had me in tears because it's so bad. People literally getting treated like a damn rag doll. And in some places in TDC, it's so bad that officers won't even go there when they put you in that place. Holy moly. You become a completely different person. You're one step away. You were lucky now because of this case that they amended your conditions and didn't put you in prison. But I'll tell you now, you pick up another case while you're on probation for this ag rob, and what are you, 22? Are you really 22? My Lord. I'm telling you, you're one step away. There's only so many times that they're gonna allow you to break the rules like this before they put you and throw your ass in for 15 years. Because on an ag rob, family violence, no more guns, no ammunition anymore. You're looking at some serious time. Good luck, sir. Thanks.
I'm done. I'm leaving now.
And then
Hired on the felony cases?
it looks like we are, there's.
Buena suerte.
So we're trying, we were gonna approach to get it reduced once we have a bond sitting.
Okay.
It's set at 0 right now, so.
Yeah, let me see because I don't know what happened. I'd like to know, and then I guess we'll just go from there. Is he a habitual, Damien? A true habitual at 25 to life, or just Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning, sir.
In just a second, let me see what happened in this case. Enhancement, abandon, reduce from first degree possession of controlled substance, 1 year state jail. Okay. So, Mr. Johnson, you stand charged with us with violation of a protective order. You're facing up to a year in jail and or $4,000 fine. You're also charged with assault with a previous conviction upstairs as well. You're at no bond on the felony case. In our case here, you're set at $75,000. I don't know anything that happened in your case, so we're gonna go through probable cause and see what happened, and we'll go from there. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. Your lawyer is here with you now, so let's go. What happened, please?
So on March 14, 2024 in Harris County, Texas, complaining witness went to the Harris County Assessor's Office. While waiting, complaining witness saw the defendant. Complaining witness ran out of the office. Defendant followed her to the car. Defendant said, "I'm gonna get you, motherfucker." Then defendant is on bond for an AFM with previous conviction. As part of the bond conditions in that case, defendant is not allowed to communicate with the witness in a threatening or harassing manner.
Okay, so this must have just happened because I see the assault was filed in February. So this is, I guess, now from March, right? Okay.
Read the one from February.
So they,
Go ahead and read the one from February.
yeah, how bad of an assault are we talking?
So on February 25th, 2024, officers dispatched a family assault call upon arrival. Officers made contact with the complaining witness who advised her boyfriend of 2 years had assaulted her. The previous evening, the complaining witness advised that assault occurred at the Palacio Royale Hotel after they engaged in a verbal altercation. Complaining witness advised that the defendant became increasingly angry during the argument. Complaining witness advised the defendant pushed her on the chest with 2 open hands, causing her to fall backwards onto the bed. Complaining witness advised the defendant stood on top of her and punched her in the face 3 times with a closed fist. Complaining witness advised that she felt pain. Officers observed swelling to the complaining witness's eye and left cheek. And also advised on October 2023, the defendant and complaining witness were in another verbal altercation where the defendant punched her 3 times in the face. causing pain. And then around April 2022, the defendant claimed witness for a verbal altercation where the defendant got mad.
So we have repeated assaults. Okay. I don't see that an order for protection has been issued in our case in the violation of a protective order. Is that really true?
Moab on the VPO that hasn't been signed yet.
Okay, we will do that today. I want you to understand that I will do everything in my power to protect the people of Harris County, Mr. Johnson. If that means putting you in lockup and putting you at zero bond, I'm going to do it in a heartbeat. I'm issuing what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. The law allows me, but in extremely limited circumstances, to hold someone at no bond. If you have this type of case now, a violation of a protective order or bond condition, you violate those conditions. I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond, and I will do it, like I said. So I am finding that Michelle Outlaw is a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can I say this though?
Your Honor, I just want to
Say
point out.
one thing. I am an over-the-road truck driver. This is what I do for a living. I'm home 3 days out of the month. And I show my lawyer what I've done for those 3 days. I don't understand how anyone could stalk anyone when you're not home. I'm an over-the-road truck driver.
That's why we have trials, and the evidence side is correct. If you need to triangulate your phone, if you need to triangulate your truck to see where you are, you guys can do that. But that's why we have trials, because there's always two sides to the story, and you get to prove whose side is correct. We will do that, but unfortunately, the problem is that it takes time to get evidence. It takes time to get witnesses together. And the problem is that you're also a true habitual. So you're looking at a minimum of 25 to life in these cases. You have a lot to lose. So,
and I want to point out too, I've turned myself in twice. I came here twice. I turned myself in today, and I showed up before court many times to get 100,000 bond and to be messed over the way that I'm doing when I'm seeking justice. So I mean, I don't understand how this is going the way that it's going with a person just making phone calls and just saying, hey, he did this, that, and other thing. And I'm over the road 3 states away. It makes no sense.
You'll get the opportunity to get the evidence and show it to the DAs or
That's why I don't understand. Where's my packet?
Your Honor, he has submitted evidence to the.
Yes, I have a lot of it.
They do have evidence that they're reviewing. And of course, today was not the appropriate form in order to present. that
Understand, this is the first time I've seen you. Like, I don't know you, right?
Yes, sir.
I like to look, speak, and really handle every person that we have here. So that's why I'm bringing it out now. With us, the bond is set at 75,000. You're at no bond upstairs. I will tell you this, that in the event you guys get a bond upstairs, come back down here, we can talk. My only concern is the protection of public safety.
Sure.
If you do get a bond, we can talk about your release, but I'm gonna tell you now, I'm putting an ankle monitor and I'm gonna do everything in my power to protect, because I know what you say, but in the nature of my business, everybody tells me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's the nature of what we do. Every little bunny jumping in the woods.
Yes, sir.
So the road to hell is paved with good intentions, as they speak. So for now, it looks like your felony case is set for 5/31. We can set you just for maybe a couple days after that. I'm gonna have you sign the order for protection now, and then we'll just set you for a couple days after the felony court case, and then we'll just see where it pans out.
Yes, sir.
The only thing I'm gonna tell you now is no contact with the complaining witness. Be careful, because all the phone calls in the jail are recorded. So I would be very careful who you contact and who contacts you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I think that's it. Anything else?
Judge, may I approach on Mr. Vallejo, Judge?
Give me one second.
Does it go both ways?
Huh?
No, it's just.
For me. Okay.
No, it's
Okay,
on
well, just let
Vallejo.
me know.
Yes.
There's a big walkout at the middle school because of Mike Miles, so my son's like, I'm gonna have to go pick him up. Okay, just let me know. Just call me. If I gotta pick you up, I will.
Vallejo. It's the one that,
Hey, there's a walkout in the middle school. Okay, well, Jake, just call me if it happens, okay? And then I'll come pick you up. And it'll definitely be on the news. Okay? All right.
They're protesting
yeah.
All right, I'll tell mom. Bye.
Said testing him today.
Yeah, I heard on the news that there was gonna be a walkout because of Mike Miles, you know? So my son is calling me, telling me, hey, go pick me up at 2:45 because all the teachers are walking.
Judge, I'm Mr. Mr. Vallejo.
No, there's a teacher.
Mr. Vallejo is the case I'm taking over for Sharma. He's serving out a time for the upstairs case, Judge. So he's not going to be getting out until I believe it's like June 13th. Right. But all I want to do is just bring him back next week.
Okay.
So I can just look at the case, talk to his mom, and that's it. Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. I mean,
we can just do the condition. If he's setting it to before the time he's gonna get out, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Conditions next time.
It's not going in.
Okay. All right, Ms. Paris, we're gonna get you out now. Let me sign these conditions. Or Petrie, right. Okay. Yeah, just hang tight. We don't have a clerk up here. But we'll get you out. What about where? Oh, that one was dismissed. That's it.
So Ms. Wade, remember, I told you she went to Hawaii and she escaped.
Yeah.
She came back and she just admitted to the staff there that she smoked K2 while she escaped.
Well, of course she did. While she's pregnant, smoking K2.
She was supposed to, or she's supposed to come for a court admonishment on Wednesday. Would you like just to?
She'll show up.
No.
The staff was on Wednesday, but if she escaped between now and then.
What do we have that we can't, that she can't escape?
Honestly, nothing. Because it's a misdemeanor case and our programs are pretty much run by Harris County staff.
What a joke. What a joke. I mean, there's nothing that we can do to really, I mean.
All the probation locations are literally low wall, low minimum security. It's a treatment facility. They can basically leave almost as they want to.
She's just gonna continue to abscond. Whenever she wants to go use, she's gonna abscond, go use, they're gonna let her back in and there's nothing that we can do, you know? I mean, I'm just, you know, what I'm gonna do is, no, I'm done with this. So I gotta protect that baby. So I'm revoking the bond and then I'm gonna set her case for trial in 9 months. Or, I don't know. We got to figure something out. I don't know.
Should I still have to come here on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Anybody in custody when you gave GPS monitor?
No. On all those cases that we had to go do drug tests, bring them all back Tuesday. Yeah. Except for Escobar. If he shows.
If he shows up.
Because it's already 12:20 or 12:25. If he,
I'm just like,
okay, I'm still here. I will just leave
issuing a warrant now, regardless.
that's why he was an early case.
On Miss Cecilia?
No, she's there.
I know, I want to reset it to Tuesday. I want her back here on Tuesday. And then the other one, Cardona, also here on Tuesday as well. We're going to formulate a plan of how to take care of these issues, drug issues. Oh, and I need to do on, homeboy that I took into custody. On Garcia, 10,001. Yeah, Oscar Garcia. No, that was the,
This regular case, drug testing 3 times a week.
no, this is the guy that left to go do whatever he did until 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. Okay, guys, we're done. You guys have a great weekend. I'll see you guys. Thank you for helping today.